weighing in at 185 and 1 pound, here's your current and reigning GCW Light Heavyweight Champion, Dingo!
And this is the second half of the double main event here at Challenge of Champions 4, and a match with an added bit of spice we did not know we would have. You see the light heavyweight champion Dingo, who was scheduled to wrestle the heavyweight champion Cameron Page. That match will take place. However, the added bit is that Dingo, because Cameron Page talked his way into it, Dingo is also putting up his light heavyweight title in this match. It's a double championship match here at the Challenge of Champions.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if Cameron Page makes the weight limit.
Well, that's a very interesting point, Patrick, because normally in a light heavyweight title match, there's a weigh-in done in the morning of the match. Well, obviously, this impromptu challenge, Cameron Page missed that weigh-in that he would have had to go through ordinarily, so he might be up to something. He's Cameron Page. He's always up to something. Accompanied by the red-headed insurance policy, it is the man who holds the 10 pounds of gold and silver, the GCW heavyweight champion, Cameron Page. And this man, who talked his way into the match where he won the heavyweight title, has now talked his way into a situation where the light heavyweight title is on the line. I'm not sure what he's trying to prove with this.
What's going to happen is one of these guys going to leave with both belts?
Well, evidently so. Both of them are on the line. So the winner takes it all. This one should be most interesting. We have seen Cameron Page take every opportunity that's come his way. He talked his way into a match between Corey Twist and Jerry Lynn and walked out with a heavyweight championship. We've seen him use brass knuckles. We've seen him use ropes. We've seen him intentionally get himself disqualified. We've seen every trick under the sun for Cameron Page to retain that title. Well, here it is. All of the gold on the line in this one. I think Cage knew that had he signed a contract to wrestle for the light heavyweight title, he would have had to have made weight. But he knew that by challenging Dingo's the type of man that's not going to turn down a challenge. He knew by challenging him, he would put up the belt. And that constitutes a verbal contract. So I think sometimes Cameron Cage is just crazy like a fox.
No question about it. Ben's clearly behind Dingo here. Dingo never the type to back down from a challenge.
Well, away we go. Bell is gone. And this one is underway. And you've got to think that whoever walks out of here with both belts tonight will have the ultimate bargaining chip in GCW. They can make their demands. They can get the money they want for those main events. They have the best negotiating tool in this part of the country if they have both of those titles.
No question about it. Got to take offense to some of the things Cameron Cage said earlier, like looking down on Dingo just because he happens to be the light heavyweight champion.
Well, Dingo's a former heavyweight champion. He's a tough athlete. But it's got to be said, and I don't mean to justify Cameron Cage's comments. I would never do that, but it must be said that it's very rare that you see a light heavyweight step up in class and beat a heavyweight, particularly in a championship match. I mean, it's just very rarely seen, and maybe that's part of the reason Cage made those comments.
Could very well be. Dingo, as I said, as you said, has fought with the heavyweights before. He's held that belt before.
Dingo's one of the rare athletes that can go between divisions. And Cage with a hard forearm right to the back. When you see a heavyweight versus a light heavyweight, normally the heavyweight wants to use his power advantage, and Cage just did that with a tremendous clothesline.
Dingo came in here perhaps looking to win the heavyweight title, but now he's in a situation where his belt is at stake as well. He certainly wasn't expecting that going in.
Big drop kick by Dingo. He's catching the heavyweight champion off balance. Body slam right in the center of the ring. Big elbow drop. Covers him. Count of two, and that's it.
No clear advantage in the early going here. Dingo's got things going in his favor right now. It's been back and forth in the early minutes.
Side headlock by Dingo. Cage cradles him up, gets two. Good counter wrestling by Cameron Cage. You got to give the devil his due. While he might know every trick in the book, the man can wrestle and is very well grounded in the basics of professional wrestling. Unfortunately, he rarely sticks to that type of game plan.
As you said, he can wrestle when he wants to. He just doesn't always choose to. And these two definitely can wrestle with the best of them.
Dingo now countered with a headlock and took him over. Has him on the canvas. Cage trying to get back to a vertical base. He does so. Forearm smash to the ribs. A second time now. Irish whip reversal from Dingo. Oh, wait a second. Cage outsmarted him there. And now sends him over the top rope, but Dingo holds on. Necktie head scissors.
Nice display of agility there.
Arm drag from Dingo, and Cage goes to the floor.
Dingo caught him off guard with a couple of big moves there. Cage perhaps looking to buy himself a little time on the outside, slow the momentum down a little bit. Dingo was looking for a quicker pace.
Here comes Dingo now off the ropes. Hello!
Huge suicide dive to the outside. Cameron Cage got sandwiched into the guardrail.
What a maneuver, and what a night it has been.
We've already seen the first GCW Tag Team Champions crowned. We could see a new singles champion crowned here with both belts at stake.
Dingo with that chop on the outside now, back to the apron. Double axe handle, but Cage caught him. Oh, back first into the steel ring post.
There's that power advantage by Cameron Cage.
And that ring post is the most dangerous part of the ring. That is solid steel. You cannot move it. It is tremendously heavy. And when that is rammed into the small of your back, you find out how tough you are.
And you see Cindy lurking there. She's not above getting involved.
Oh, we have seen that time and again. Cameron Cage with a left-handed chop on the floor. Dingo trying to fight through the pain.
And don't forget, it's falls count anywhere, no DQ, anything goes.
Absolutely.
They could fight on the floor all night if they wanted to.
Oh, what a chop from Dingo.
And they want to.
This one could end out on Interstate 270 before it's all said and done. Right hand on the outside, forearm smash, and a series of them. Savate kick to the jaw, a second time, a third time.
Dingo can beat you in so many ways.
Another chop. Sends Cage high into the air. Dingo now, what is this?
Send him up on the guardrail.
Again, it's all legal, and the falls count anywhere. Forearm shot on the outside. Dingo continuing to pour on the punishment to the GCW heavyweight champion.
He's got him tied up in a precarious spot here.
Dingo with that chair. And again, it is legal. Oh, just throws it at him. And if Ryan Fitzpatrick could throw like that, the Rams might still be in playoff contention. Here comes Dingo. Human wrecking ball.
No regard for his own body, just threw himself upside down using his own body as a weapon. I concur with the fans, though I can't repeat what they're saying.
Count of one, count of two, and that's it. Cage gets a shoulder up.
As we said, falls count anywhere. The pinfall could easily take place out on the floor.
Heck, it could take place in the street. Ashby Road out there may be where the pinfall takes place. They may fight up to Midland Boulevard. I don't know. Dingo now with a whip. Cage reverses, and face first into the rail goes Dingo.
The tide can turn in a hurry out there. All sorts of things he can use as weapons. The guardrail, the post, even the ring apron.
And again, every last bit of it is legal. Every bit of it's legal. Every bit of it's physical.
Cage limping a little bit there. May have been the after effects from being hung from the guardrail.
Another chop on the outside, and this time an overhand variety. Cameron Cage just blistering him with chops and forearms and kicks. Dingo ends up on the outside. They are in the front row. And here in GCW, so many times, every seat is a front row seat.
Dingo dropped throat first on the guardrail, and Cage having a seat surveying what he's just accomplished.
Cage now stalks the light heavyweight champion. Forearm smash right to the shoulder blades.
One thing you'll never accuse these two of is pulling their punches.
Oh, absolutely not. They are laying the leather, and they do it every time out.
Hey, something new. They're in the ring.
Dingo tossed back to the inside. Cage follows him. He goes for a cover. Count of one, count of two. Almost three.
Very close. Cameron Cage would have retained his heavyweight title and won the light heavyweight title, as strange as that sounds.
Power slam by the heavyweight champion. Hooks a leg. Count of two. I thought he had it. He had a beautiful pin cover there with that leg hooked and all the weight on the chest. I thought he had him.
No question about it. The power slam can knock the wind out of you, and if you cradle a guy up, it could very easily lead to a pinfall.
Pendulum backbreaker now by Cage. Covers him. Count of one. Wait a second. No, he's choking him. Good call by Patrick Smalls. Cage moves the arm out of the throat and gets a 2 count.
Of course, there's no disqualification. He can choke him as much as he wants to.
He can choke him, but it would not count as a pinfall. Oh, vicious foot. Right to the face. Count of one. Count of two. Even though it's a no DQ match, it's got to be a legal pinfall. Look at that leaping enziguri. Count of one, count of two, and that's it.
And this match could end on somebody catching the other by surprise.
Absolutely. So many heavyweight championship matches can. So many of the great matches to the history of St. Louis have ended that way.
With two tough individuals like this.
I remember the last time Harley Race won the world title in this town. It was from a defensive position like that, where Ric Flair had suplexed him, but Race got his shoulder up first. It's that element of surprise that oftentimes can determine a championship.
We just saw Cameron Cage utilize the dragon screw leg whip there to take Dingo down.
Cage now pressing the advantage on the light heavyweight champion. Rear chinlock.
And driving the knee right between the shoulder blades there.
Can you imagine?
Small of the back.
Can you imagine the money a man could make if he held both the heavyweight and light heavyweight championships? He will suddenly be in demand not only all over GCW but around the country with an accomplishment like that.
No question about it. It's only been done once before here in GCW. When we're on the verge of having it happen again here tonight.
Back suplex by Dingo. Breaking up that predicament. Count of one, count of two, and that's all.
Dingo driving the forearm into the face there on the cover. Add a little extra pain.
Dingo fires away with that knee now. Driving the knees and the instep right into the shoulder blades and the back of the head of the heavyweight champion, Cameron Cage.
Setting him up for...
And now stomach first, right on the top rope goes Cameron Cage.
Looked like almost a suplex, but he just dropped him onto the top rope.
Trying to take all the wind out of him, and now Dingo.
What is he doing here?
He's over in the corner to the top rope. Big knee strike.
Tremendous maneuver there.
And right Cameron Cage hung out to drive. Big drop kick. They are holding Cage up as those ropes he's hung up in. Another drop kick.
Like the human weeble wobble there.
Except this weeble wobble does fall down. And Cameron Cage is on the floor. I'm not sure if that chant that the crowd has got going is in reference to Cameron Cage or Cindy. But
nope.
Dingo follows him to the outside. The battle continues on the floor. Cage ducks a chop, fires away to the shoulder blades. Back suplex on a concrete floor. Count of 2, and that's all.
I thought he had him there. When your head bounces off that floor, that'll knock you silly in a hurry.
That is solid concrete under that tile, ladies and gentlemen. There is absolutely zero give to that. The physical energy expended by both men right here. Cage now on the apron.
Taking a little too much time concentrating on the fans.
Well, he's got Dingo in control right now. What is this? A modified head scissors. Using the ropes. Now, this is an illegal hold. It's a no DQ match, but the referee needs to break this because he's using the ropes. It would not be a valid submission. But Cameron Cage doesn't care. He'll take a submission any way he can get it.
And now Cage with a chair.
Double axe handle now by Cage.
With a little help from a steel chair there.
And now, Cage on the outside. Over the railing. Choking away on the security railing on the outside.
Not a whole lot the referee can do. Is he going to ask him nicely to let it go?
That's about all he can do. He can implore with him. That's about it. Some of the fans giving Cameron Cage their what for, and the battle continues. Cage firing back.
Cage can't leave Dingo room to breathe. That's the mistake he's making right now, I think. He's spending too much time jawing with the fans.
Cage now the forearm shot. Oh, wait a second. Dingo launched Cage right into that post. I think Cage was going to launch Dingo into it. Dingo at the last moment launched Cage head first into that steel ring post. And now both men have tasted the steel.
He's clearing off that table.
Wait a second. What has Dingo got in mind here? Again, it's all legal.
Can you say, Dingo, get the tables?
And now Dingo is bringing that table into the ring.
Cindy trying to help Cameron Cage up. I'm not sure if he realizes what Dingo's doing right now.
Well, he better realize it because the 10 pounds of gold and silver is on the line, as is the light heavyweight championship. This is probably one of the most significant championship matches in GCW history right now.
I can't think of a whole lot of times in the past where both singles champions have battled with both belts at stake.
It's extremely rare, not only in GCW, but anywhere in professional wrestling. It oftentimes takes a lot of negotiation to get one of these matches scheduled, but Cameron Cage talked his way into this one.
He did a little negotiating of his own.
Slingshot in comes Cameron Cage, and that self-negotiating may cost him the heavyweight championship right here.
Wait a minute, Cage has got that briefcase that DNS left behind.
Wait a second, that briefcase right to the back! How did that not get sent back to the locker room?
You know something, we've seen Cage and DNS aligned in recent months.
Going for a German suplex. Dingo blocks it. Switches behind now. German suplex through a table.
That's got to do it. He's got to cover him right now.
He goes for the cover. Count of 1, count of 2, and the shoulder.
How in the world did he kick out of that?
He didn't even kick out. He just barely got a shoulder up. He wasn't able to kick. There was no kicking to it at all.
Now Dingo, what's he doing? Looks like he could be taking a turnbuckle pad off.
He might be. Remember, that's a metal connector, a solid steel connector under that turnbuckle. Wait, he's got a crowbar now. Again, it's all legal. It is all legal. And I just saw Sadie Blaze go running by here. What the? Oh, why is he got a microphone?
The preacher says to all his men, I hear the godly laughter. Can it be the end?
What the hell was that?
I'm going to need a decoder ring to figure that one out.
Sadie Blaze has gone off the deep end. There's no question. But meanwhile, in the ring, it's Dingo, the light heavyweight champion, trying to take that turnbuckle cover off. He's trying to expose that solid steel turnbuckle. What the hell was up with Sadie Blaze?
I haven't known what's been up with him for months.
Yeah, but at least you could understand him before that. Oh!
That's a little more straightforward.
Dingo just launched that briefcase right at the back of Cameron Cage. Dingo now going for that turnbuckle. He's ripped it off, and there's that metal solid steel connector. That is why we have coverings on the turnbuckles, because that solid steel is so dangerous.
Version of a leg drop to the back of the head off the apron there. Cage is in deep trouble right now.
Dingo launches him back in.
He's already gone through a table.
Cover, count of one, count of two! That's almost all. Man, I thought he had him there. I thought it was over with.
These guys looking for that one move that'll put the other away. Oh, he's sending him toward that corner.
Wait a second. Dingo catches himself. Belly-to-belly suplex by Cage. Hooks away. Count of one, count of two, and that's it.
Cage was able to turn the tide out of nowhere there. Dingo averted disaster by not hitting that exposed turnbuckle, but Cage was still able to catch him with the belly-to-belly suplex.
Dingo right now trying to get his wits back about him, taking a big belly-to-belly suplex. Oh, wait a second. Cage.
I think that was just a headbutt below the belt there.
Yes, and I hate to say it, but it's legal. You can do that here. As despicable as it is, it's legal.
As legal as a headlock, as they say.
Cage now trying to get back to his feet.
Fans chanting for Dingo here. They want to see him pull this one out.
Cage goes to the turnbuckle, but Dingo fights back. Head first goes Cage.
Dingo giving him a grand tour.
Chop to the chest, a series of them. Dingo on the offensive right here.
He's going for that corner again.
Irish whip, no. Dingo catches it. Cage walks into a boot. Hooks him up. Tornado DDT. Oh, hot shot! Hot shot right into that steel connector! Hooks him up. Feet on the ropes! No!
Here is your winner, and still GCW Heavyweight Champion, and new GCW Light Heavyweight Champion, Cameron Cage!
Well, Cameron Cage has now stolen not one, but two championships. With his feet in the ropes, he pins Dingo to retain the heavyweight championship and become the new light heavyweight championship.
Before you guys get out of here, we want to wish everybody a happy
And this absolutely stinks.
Be safe, get home.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Cameron Cage is the double champion. Sadie Blaze has lost it, absolutely lost it. Rebecca Reyes and Sean Vincent, the new tag team champions. For more on everything going on at GCW, check out the website www.gatewaywrestling.com. For Patrick the Intern, this is Travis Cook. Ladies and gentlemen, good night. We'll see you next time.